So hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Royale Greenstone channel. Today what we're going to do is we're going to melt down some silver and we're going to pour it into to my wire mold here. And this is a unique wire mold that it makes it easy to work with in my rolling mill. So what we're going to do is I've got some failed wire ingots that I made with this wire mold, and so we're gonna remelt these and try to make them just a little bit better. I've also got some other scrap silver right here. So basically, here's my setup. So I've got my torch tank right here. This is a acetylene oxygen enriched tank set up with this is my cutting torch that I use just basically as a torch. It just works for me. And so here's my crucible, and I like the 3-inch size crucible. It just seems to work pretty well. This is just a place to dump some scrap when I'm done. Sometimes you have a little bit of extra, like this kind of residue in the bottom, and I just kind of dump it out here. And so this is some silver here that I've got. These are just some scrap pieces that I had kind of laying around. And you know, like this is a pennant that just didn't work out so well. We're just gonna reuse the silver. So this is just a way that we don't have any waste, you know, whatsoever. We take every bit of scrap that we use, we reuse into, or we remake into ingots, and then put it through the rolling mill, and then we're able to just about have almost zero waste. Just gonna go over a few things about my equipment here. So number one, very most important thing when you're using this torch is eye protection. I can't stress enough eye protection in using these torches, because they emit a very, very harmful light for your eyes. What I'm going to be using today, and it's my personal choice to use a number 8 welding goggle. I can still see pretty well in a number 8 being outside. What I also have, and this is for when I'm inside, I have this pair, and this is a number 4. And when I'm indoors, I'm using my smaller torch. There's not near as much harmful bright light, and so it's just what works for me. I'd encourage you to kind of experiment with different glasses and see what works for you. But since I'm outside, I have to, and this torch is a much bigger torch. I'm going to use a number 8 shade for my eye protection. And so this is my tank setup, just kind of real quick. It's a dusty one. It's just because it's out, it's my garage setup. So this is my oxygen side and regulator. This is my acetylene side and regulator. I'm going to put out a new video that's going to go over these things more in depth and more in detail, but just wanted to show you real quick. This is a nice long hose, so I don't get kind of caught up. And another thing that's important is a nice sturdy table to work on. The last thing that you want is, when this metal's really hot, is to have something tip over or fall down. So it's really important to have, you know, a nice sturdy table to work on. So I think that's about it. Let's get started. So very first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to heat up my mold. Okay, very good. This is important for when you pour the silver into these molds. It just it doesn't cool as rapidly, and it allows that metal to flow down into these molds without hardening too fast. So now I'm going to put the mold together. And on this particular mold, you want to make sure that you're lined up properly right here. That way you don't have a crooked looking wire when you're done. So I'm just going to set that right here. Set my crucible here. And now it's time to melt some silver. I'm going to put this one in first. Okay, so that one didn't turn out so well. Probably because the mold was a little bit cold. So I see I have that little void right there. Just gonna bend this in half and try that again. So it probably just took that to warm up the mold. Okay guys, that one went really good. So, I think I was able to get 2 here, now that the mold is warmed up. Let's just take this apart. Not quite. I was able to probably just get that one. And the button usually falls off the top. I think it cools different at a different rate than the rod. So I just put that back in there. And let's get this guy out of here. Usually it sticks around the bottom edge because some of that overflow and that spill kind of goes down underneath it. But there's our rod. Pretty clean. The silver looks really nice, and quite pleased with this one. This one's going to be used. So I'll put this in our tray here and start again. So you can see that I'm hanging on to this mold with some gloves on. Actually, it's not that hot. It has a way of absorbing a lot of the heat. So, not recommending you grab onto the mold right away, but it is pretty amazing how fast you can hang on to it. So here, guys, we've got, let's see here, we've got 4 nice wire ingots made, and those are ready to be put through the rolling mill and made jewelry with. So if you like that video, if that was your style, hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, I'll Roll Greenstone, and hit the like button. It sure helps us out. And until next time, guys, hang in. And thank you so much for being a part of our channel. Take care.